Sir, up to this, just I covered anonymous inner class versus lambda expressions. So, from the last two examples with respect to the programs also we covered, anonymous inner class concept and lambda expressions both are not equal. Don't believe lambda expression concept came to replace anonymous inner classes, right? Because anonymous inner classes is very complex. So to resolve that complexity, lambda expressions came. That such type of statement is worst. It's a sir totally completely false statement, right? But anyway, let me summarize all differences between anonymous inner class and a lambda expression. There are multiple differences are there, almost all possible differences. Just I covered in the small tabular form so that you people can able to remember well. Just have a look once, sir. So these are various differences between anonymous inner class and a lambda expressions. Observe that first column talks about anonymous inner class, second one talks about lambda expression, right? Sir, first point, observe what is anonymous inner class. Sir, it is a class without name. Obviously, anonymous inner class, right? A class without name. But what is lambda expression, sir? It is a function without name. Such type of functions are by default considered as what? Anonymous function. Have you remembered? It's a function without name. Itself is lambda expression. It is a class without name. Itself is what? Anonymous inner class. Next, anonymous inner class can extend abstract class and concrete classes. If you want for the abstract class, I can create anonymous inner class as a child. My anonymous inner class can extend abstract classes, can extend concrete classes. In the last videos we covered already, right? But lambda expressions can't extend abstract and concrete classes. Sir, lambda expression can implement only one interface. Have you remembered it? The interface which contains single abstract method. In that particular case only, we can go for what? Lambda expressions, right? Next, anonymous inner class can implement an interface that contain any number of abstract methods. Sir, I want to implement an interface. Anonymous inner class want to implement an interface. Sir, do you know it can contain any number of methods, no restriction, right? But lambda expression can implement an interface which contain single abstract method. Are you getting? Sir, compulsory. If you want to use lambda expression, compulsory interface should contain single abstract method only. Such type of interfaces are by default considered as what? Functional interfaces, right? Clear? Now, inside anonymous inner class, is it possible to declare instance variables or not? Yes. In the last program, I covered already how to declare instance variables inside anonymous inner class. Next, inside lambda expression, we can't declare instance variables. Okay? Whatever variables declared are considered as local variables only. Remember that, sir. Whatever the variables we declare inside lambda expression are by default considered as local variables only, right? Next, anonymous inner class can be instantiated. Regarding anonymous inner class, for that I can create an object. Sir, but lambda expressions cannot be instantiated. You can't create object for lambda expression, right? Next, inside anonymous inner class, this always refers current anonymous inner class object but not outer class object. Have you remembered last program I covered already? In the anonymous inner class, this always refers what? Current inner class object but not outer class object, right? But inside lambda expression, this always refer current outer class object, that is what? Enclosing class object, right? Inside lambda expression, this always refers current outer class object, that is enclosing class object. Is it clear for all of you, right? Okay, that's next one, sir. Anonymous inner class is best choice if you want to handle multiple methods. Sir, I want to implement an interface which contain some 4 methods, 5 methods, multiple methods. If you want to handle, better to go for what? Anonymous inner class, because you can't use lambda expressions, right? But lambda expression is the best choice if you want to handle interface with a single abstract method. Such type of interfaces are called what? Functional interfaces, right? Is it clear for all of you, right? So if there is a functional interface, then only we can go for lambda expression. Sir, if you want to use anonymous inner class, interface need not be functional interface. It can contain any number of abstract methods, no problem at all. Next, for the anonymous inner class, at the time of compilation, if you compile at the time of compilation, for every class a separate dot class file will be generated, even for anonymous inner class also. For anonymous inner class also, separate dot class file will be generated internally, but for the lambda expression, separate dot class file won't be generated. Have you observed, right? Next, memory will be allocated on demand whenever we are creating object. Whenever we are creating anonymous inner class object, then the memory will be allocated in the heap area, right? But here object creation, such type of thing is not there. Next, lambda expression as a part of the code, it will be stored in which memory area? Inside method area, because total program code by default will be saved inside method area. That's why lambda expression will reside in the permanent memory area of JVM, which is nothing but method area. Have you observed, right? Sir, how many differences are there between anonymous inner class and lambda expressions, right? Sir, then how we can believe lambda expression is equal to anonymous inner class, or lambda expression concept came to overcome the complexity of anonymous inner class? No, sir. Okay, in anonymous inner classes, in a particular situation only we can use lambda expression, but not in all cases. That's why can I conclude anonymous inner class concept and lambda expression both are different or not? Yes. Okay, just observe my conclusion, sir. Anonymous inner class, okay, not equal to lambda expression. Both are different concepts or not? Sir, this concept is the different, this concept is the different. Make sure you people should aware clearly, right? Sir, if any interview person is asking, can you please tell what are various differences between anonymous inner class and lambda expression? Just explain all these differences and give left and right to the interview person, right? Is it clear for all of you, right? Okay, that's what you people should aware. Sir, now I hope you people are in a position what is anonymous inner class, what is the lambda expression. Sir, what is the relation between these two things? What are differences? Next, both are equal or not equal, like you have clearly, right? Next, related to lambda expression, I want to cover one very important loophole, sir. What is that important conclusion? Take a bit special care, sir. I have interface there. Very important conclusion. Make sure observe carefully, right? Interface. Now, public void m1 method is there, sir. This is the method I have interface public void m1. Now I am taking class test. I am taking a class test. Within this test class, I am declaring a variable int x is equal to 10. Okay. Can you spell out what is this variable, sir? Instance variable of test class. Now I am taking public void m2 method, some method inside test class. Within that, I want to write a lambda expression that implements interf. So, interf I is equal to, yes, here, like this. It's always going to refer which method, sir? M1 method, right? Sir, inside this m2, here I want to declare a variable, sir. Just take a bit special care, sir. Before using this, before declaring lambda expression, let me declare int y is equal to 20. Take very special care. Can you tell what is this test, sir? Test is instance variable of test class. Int x is instance variable of test class. What is y, sir? Y is local variable of m2. Inside m2, I want to declare lambda expression, right? Can you please observe interf I is equal to, okay, lambda expression. Within the lambda expression, just I want to access system.out.println of x, system.out.println of y. Just I'm accessing that. end of lambda expression. Now here do you know, just I want to call m1 the method completed, okay, dot m1. Now public static void main method string array args, public static void main method string array args. Now sir, test t is equal to new test, I am creating test and then I want to call t dot m2. Already we covered this example t dot m2 like this. I want to call this one, right? Take very special care. What is this one? This one is lambda expression. What is this one, son? Lambda expression. From lambda expression I am accessing the variables of enclosing class, outer class, sir. I am trying to access SOP of x and I am trying to access local variables of method also. Have you observed this is the local variable of m2? Take very special care. From lambda expression we can access method variables, enclosing method variables, enclosing class variables directly, no problem at all. Perfectly, the output we are going to get here is 10 and the output we will get 20. So from lambda expression we can access enclosing class variables and enclosing method variables also, no problem at all, acceptable. Up to this is the very clear for all of you, right? Okay, let me execute up to that and I want to talk about a bit important point, right? Just have a look once. Yes, have you observed, right? Interrupt is interrupt, public void m1 class test, within the test class int x is equal to an enclosing class variable. Next I am taking public void m2. Sir, within that local variable y I declared inside m2, it is the local variable of m2. Next within the lambda expression, have you observed, right? Inside lambda expression just I am trying to access x variable and y variable, right? Are you getting? So we can access enclosing class variable, we can access enclosing method variable directly, no problem at all. If I run this code, happily 10 and 20 by default we are going to get the output, sir. Okay, just let me cross check here, sir. Java C test dot java. Next Java test. If I can take, what is the output by default you are going to get? Have you observed, right? 10 followed by 20 itself is the answer by default you are going to get, sir. Are you in a position to understand, right? So it's a very clear. It's a very clear. Have you observed? From lambda expression, we can access, okay, enclosing class variable and enclosing method variables directly, no problem at all. But important conclusion, take very special care about this terminology, right? So here this local variable referenced from lambda expression. Are you getting? Y is a local variable referenced from lambda expression. Next this variable, do you know, right? This lambda expression not executing inside this m2 method. So from somewhere else, if you want, sir, whenever you are calling t dot m2, from here internally this person is the responsible to execute. Observe carefully, sir. Sir, inside lambda expression, the local variables which are referenced are acts as final variables, right? Remember this one, sir. The local variables referenced from lambda expression are final or implicitly acts as the final, sir. Sir, whether we are declaring or not declaring, the local, if any local variable which is referenced from lambda expression is always final, sir. Whether we are declaring or not, effectively it is the final, because this within the lambda expression I am accessing this way. This lambda expression is required to execute anywhere else. So the value of y is freezed for this lambda expression. The value of y will become fixed for this lambda expression. That's why make sure, sir. So let me conclude the conclusion once again. The local variables, only I am talking about local variables of the method but not class level variable. The local variables, sir, which are referenced from lambda expression are final are effectively declared final. Sir, whether we are declaring or not declaring, it's always final. Sir, you can't change its value either within lambda expression or outside of lambda expression, right? Just have a look once. I'm changing value x is equal to 888. Can you please tell, is it valid or not? Yes, class level variable, you can change, no problem at all. But y is equal to 999 I'm taking. Immediately, comparative error by default we are going to get, sir. Okay, make sure, because the local variable which is a reference from lambda expression is always final. If you are using local variable, automatically it will become final, sir. If you are not using local variable in the lambda expression, then it's not final. Remember this one, okay? If you are using local variable inside lambda expression, it is implicitly final or effectively declared as final, right? Sir, now immediately we will get comparative error related to this y, sir. Okay, have a look once. Just if you consider that, if you consider, sir, within that I'm changing x value. I want to change the x value as 888. Okay, just I want to change x value as 888. No problem at all. Perfectly, it's going to work. Have a look once. What is the updated x value by default? We are going to get the 888. Okay. Now I want to change as y value as 999. Can you please cross check, sir? If I'm trying to change y value as the 999, immediately comparative error we are going to get, sir. Can you please read this comparative error? Local variables referenced from a lambda expression must be final or effectively final. Local variables referenced from a lambda expression must be final or effectively final. Remember this one. So what is this is the very important conclusion what you people should be aware. Sir, the local variables referenced from lambda expression must be final or effectively final, sir. Okay, what that comparative error? Can you spell out? Local variables referenced from lambda expression, must be final or effectively final. Have you observed, right? This is the comparative error we are going to get. But the reason for that, once we started using local variable inside the lambda expression, then the value of y is freezed, will be finalized. So to use this expression anywhere else. Have you observed? The context is the different. Sir, this block by default is considered closure. Are you getting? This block is by default considered as closure, sir. Wherever this lambda expression is required to execute, this part is going to be executed. In this block, local variable value will be freezed. Is nothing but what? Finalized, so that no one is allowed to change. Everyone can able to understand? So from this example, just only 2 points you people should aware, sir. From lambda expression, is it possible to access class level variables or not? Yes, enclosing class variables happily we can access. Next up, from lambda expression, is it possible to access local variables of enclosing method or not? Yes, no problem at all. But local variables which are referenced from lambda expression must be final or effectively final. Hence, within the lambda expression or outside lambda expression, you can't change the value of local variables which are referenced from lambda expression. If you are not using local variable inside lambda expression, happily you can change its value because it is not final. If you are using local variable inside lambda expression, automatically it is the final, sir. We are not allowed to change its value. Clear for all of you? If dangerous conclusion, you people should aware clearly, right? So from lambda expression, we can access class level variables, method level variables, no problem. But the method level local variables from lambda expression are final. We are not allowed to change the value. Clear, right? That's all. So now almost we are at end of the lambda expressions at top level, basic level. Of course, it doesn't mean lambda expressions got completed, sir. Even in all remaining topics. So everywhere we are going to use lambda expressions. That's why don't feel lambda expression concept got completed. Almost basic level, overview level, yes, lambda expressions almost we are at the end. Sir, in that the last part, what are various advantages we got, okay, because of these lambda expressions, right? Sir, very simple. Big code we can able to replace with a small lambda expression. Have you remember, right? In our last examples, you should be in a position to understand. Sir, we can reduce length of the code. We can reduce complexity of programming, because big code we are not required to write. Just very easily we can use lambda expressions, right? Next, sir, in the up to 1.7 version of Java, everything we have to talk with respect to class or with respect to object. We can't handle methods or procedures directly. I can't pass my procedure or function as argument to a method, or I can't assign procedure for a variable and so on. But here we observed, right, because of lambda expression, you can assign a procedure for a variable also. Just have a look once. If I can take string s is equal to Durga. Are you getting? String s is equal to Durga. Just I'm taking, sir. Sir, Durga is the value I'm assigning to s variable. Similarly, have you observed, right? Intra of I is equal to just system.out.println of hello. Sir, it's a function. Function I'm assigning to interface variable. Are you getting? Just like a value, I'm in a position to handle, okay, procedure. Okay, this is one thing. Next, in the morning or somewhere I covered, sir, thread, okay, new thread of, for that I'm passing just like, okay, for int I is equal to something like, have you remembered, right? Just system.out.println, okay, child thread, something like I took, sir. Just I'm in a position to pass lambda expression as argument to the constructor or as argument to the method. It's possible just to pass our procedure directly at the argument. Are you getting that? Is it possible or not? Yes. Sir, earlier, if you want to pass anything, you have to pass only objects or variables directly, but you can't pass procedure directly. But now I'm in a position to pass my procedure directly at the argument to a method or as argument to the constructor. Sir, all these facilities came because of functional programming, which is nothing but what? Lambda expressions, right? That's why lambda expressions makes programmers' life very easy. Don't be panic about that. Slowly start using. At certain point, you people are going to feel, sir, yes, how much benefit of these lambda expressions, right? Just have a look. Let me summarize all. Okay, advantages of lambda expressions. Okay, first one, we can enable functional programming in Java. Yes, to enable functional programming in Java, to use functional programming benefits in Java, we have to use lambda expressions, right? Okay. Next, we can reduce length of the code. If the length of the code will be reduced, automatically readability by default will be improved. So reduce length of the code, readability will be improved. Next, we can resolve complexity of anonymous inner classes until some extent. Are you getting that? Until some extent, sir, wherever anonymous inner class that implements functional interface, that complex code I can replace with a simple lambda expression, right? We can resolve complexity also. Next, we can handle procedures or functions just like values. Have you observed, right? I'm assigning procedure just with a variable. We can handle functions or procedures just like a variable itself is possible. Next, we can pass procedures or functions as arguments. Okay, it's possible. I am passing my required functionality as the argument. Within that method, that functionality is going to be executed. Like we can pass directly behavior instead of sending object. Okay. Next, here observe easier to use updated APIs and libraries. Right. Sir, every next level. So do you know, in the next classes I'm going to talk about stream APIs and so on. All those things always talks about with respect to lambda expressions only. Okay, remember. So it's a very easy to use updated APIs and libraries. Just as the method argument, if I pass lambda expression, automatically that functionality by default will be executed, sir. In the next sessions, in the next videos, you people can expect, sir, these just for the future purpose, easier to use updated APIs and libraries. Next, enable support for parallel processing. Are you getting? If you want to write a Java program which is going to take the benefit of multi-core processors, okay? Sir, dual core processors, like multi-core processors benefit if you want to get, then automatically we can write the compatible code, sir, with parallel processing. That part we will discuss soon. Anyway, these two things I didn't cover, not yet. Just up to these, I hope you people saw. Okay, in the next, while the next video is going on, next class is going on, you people can able to get these things also clearly. Just this is about just the basic idea of lambda expressions. Sir, first time this new syntax, whenever you are saying, definitely everyone is a bit panic. But just keep on, just listen 2 times or 3 times these videos, automatically these lambda expressions will be injected in your mind so that you start going to use. If you start keep on just habituate to use these lambda expressions in your regular coding, then automatically your life by default will become easy. You people are not required to write big code, sir. Are you able to understand, right? Okay, that's all.